this is all staying in because this is a fun story I love telling. For about 3 years in high school, everyone called me Megan or the Jew, as in the religious person.
Okay, I'm already on board.
Because freshman year, my PE shirt said Megan on it, and my shorts said Jew. So I could either go by Megan or the Jew. And in an attempt to not be an asshole, I just let people pick. And there are people to this day who still forget my real name and just call me Megan.
I'm going to call you Megan.
Okay, well, that is interesting. Sorry, Chandler.
You must not have liked high school very much.
Yeah, it was awful.
Ba-da-bum.
So far,
Michaels.
the chat is filled with two people that I know who I've met through the.
Oh my god! So, hey, welcome everybody to the very first episode of the RT Fancast.
I think your podcast name, but I am having trouble remembering it, and it makes me sad.
Yellow suck on our dicks.
No, it's just the old guitar riff. Hey!
We're all talking over each other. This is great.
I mean,
that's
awful.
That's beautiful.
Anyway, and it works for that.
So, anyways, in the actual official video, in the edited video, there will be a graphic in the background. So we'll go by that description or whatever. So, anyways, I am Josh or Darth Deepool on the RT website. Sitting next to me is Brookelyn or V Mammal. Next to her is Dakota Schlieve.
Hello. You got it right, actually.
Oh my god.
Is that how you?
What was that?
Next to him.
It's not sleeve, that's Satan.
Hello, everyone.
Next to him is someone I think everyone on the Rooster Teeth group in Facebook knows. Alessandro Hernandez or A.Hernandez99.
Never heard of that name before in my life.
Hello, sir.
Never heard of the name.
I'm sorry, who? Who
I don't go on.
We know each other, bro. You can't even say that.
Yes, that crap, what is it called? It slipped my mind, so I'm not even gonna bother with it.
I don't go on Facebook fucking ever because I hate it and I hate most of the people on it, except for people, fan.
I'm not really good at new Facebook.
Fan groups excluded. I hate most of the people on my Facebook feed because high school was awful and college is shit. But I'm glad to meet you guys. I'm glad we're doing this. Let's have a good time.
Sorry, I was looking. Sorry, whoops, I hit my microphone. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Someone was saying they weren't getting a sound. Yeah, refresh your browser. Also at the end of the table on the other side is Chandler or Pull the Lever.
My last name's Kronk, so that's why it makes sense.
And I'm Josh. Hey,
I have about 4 accounts. But I only know the password to one. And that's the one I have my first account linked to. So that's the one I keep.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, right then.
Cool. So we have absolutely no idea what we're going to be doing. So I guess what we will do for this episode is just talk about how we got started in Rooster Teeth, how we got involved in the community and whatnot. So Brookelyn, why don't you start first?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll just shoot off you.
Ladies first, am I right? Anyways,
yeah.
I was in 8th grade. Might have been 7th grade. All those years just kind of blend together because they were shit.
Still drinking beer and whatnot.
No, beer is not my style. I am a hard
Rapid
liquor type of
rapid
girl.
slut whoremonger. Go ahead.
Give me whiskey as I have right now, and I will be happy for the rest of my life.
Lucky.
I was in 7th or 8th grade, and my friend showed me Michael's Rage Quit, and it was very silent in the middle of class, and I started crying. I was laughing so hard, so that kind of scarred me. So now I'm watching Rooster Teeth for the rest of my life.
I have a weird connection to Rage Quit. Well, not connection, but
shut up, dog.
Are you shushing me?
No, I'm talking about dog.
How dare you?
God damn it.
I was about to be either offended or just play along with the bit, but my last phone before this one, to tie to Rage Quit, mind blank, kind of drunk. I was taking a shower and I'd put I Am Bread, the fucking rage quit with Michael and Gavin in it on the top of the toilet bowl because sound, and I like to listen to things while showering quickly. And somehow it fell into the toilet. So all I heard while in the middle of shower was, "God damn it!" Because it didn't stop once it hit the water. And on one hand, I lost the phone. On the other hand, it's hilarious.
Into the toilet bowl.
I loved it. I hated that I lost my phone, but honestly,
How did your phone fall into the toilet bowl? That's my question.
no. I mean, I take extremely hot showers, so everything's kind of like just.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was vibrating because of
That's it.
Michael.
But yeah, Rage Quit is a good choice. It's a solid intro.
So I'm guessing you got detention or something like that because Michael.
Yeah, he's not exactly study hall friendly. How much your teacher's like super chill?
Oh, she was. She actually paid me because I was quite artistic at the time.
Well, shit.
She actually paid me to draw pictures for her daughter that she just had to decorate their baby room.
Hey.
So she loved
That's
me.
pretty fucking
And
awesome.
after class, we watched the video together, and I think I got her addicted to Rooster Teeth too. So
That's how you do it.
Affection spreads.
Hell yeah.
no,
So-
I have a silly toilet story too.
Oh, I
Go
need to
ahead.
hear this.
It's kind of gross.
My body is
But,
ready. Go for it.
So
And yeah.
when my little cousin was really little and she was being potty trained, she had gone poop for the first time in the toilet. Go her. This was like 5 or 6 years ago. But my phone was in my back pocket and I went to go take her off the toilet and I turned around. My phone fell into the toilet.
What?
Right
Well, that's the end of that phone.
Yeah, it was dead.
Or you like
Very
how
good.
people bronze baby shoes to their kids to keep it like kind of immortalized. You just dip your phone in bronze and you just mount that on her wall for the rest of her life.
Baby,
Rest in peace.
and it becomes immortal, is what I'm getting at. Christ almighty.
Yes, Carl Wakefield. Poop.
That is
Correct.
awesome.
He's one of my buddies.
So, Phil, how'd you get introduced to Rooster Teeth?
Oh, you're talking to me. I don't.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah.
Yes,
I
I'm
don't
talking
go
to
by-
you. Who else am I talking to?
I don't go by my first name. I usually go by my last name.
Oh, okay, Schlieve.
That's why I was just like, "What the fuck is he doing?" So how did I get involved? I started watching a lot of. It was actually between the time of season 6 and 7 of RUB, not understanding how TV shows worked at the time because I was kind of lived very comfortably under my rock.
As we all did.
I watched the show and thought, they should make more of this kind of thing. And because all I would watch was season 6 and season 7 of RVB and not really understanding that they were
With zero context from anything that happened in the first 5?
He's like, why is I shooting that guy? What's going on?
so funny enough.
I love the characters, but that Caboose guy, I think there might be something wrong with him mentally.
So it was that.
Was he dropped on the head when he was a baby or something?
It was the Fable 2 Rage Quit and one of the early immersion episodes that really.
Ooh.
I saw these guys as like, oh, they make cool stuff on the internet. It wasn't really until my junior or sophomore year of high school when, so to preface this, my dad is a Mason at this time. Like he's a Freemason, as well as I am.
Mason jar or like
No, like the secret society bullshit that people like, oh, it's Illuminati, yeah, fuck off.
That's what you want to
It's
I know the truth.
So, or I think around the time of season 14, during seasons 11 through 13, the Chorus trilogy,
Ooh.
I knew one of the guys who worked motion capture, who was like the lead stunt coordinator for the thing because he was a Mason, or he is a Mason in the lodge that me and my dad go to. And when he saw me with an RT shirt, he went, "Hey," it's like, "Do you watch Red vs. Blue?" And I go, oh, a little bit. He goes, oh, cool. What's your favorite character? And I go, yeah. And Sparky,
yes.
The one with armor on.
yeah, the one with the helmet.
On the covered teams.
Or basically they kind of like inspired me. It was like, I really don't know much about the shit that I watch, other than I enjoy it. So I then started watching it. I actually didn't watch any of the seasons regarding Red versus Blue. Like I hadn't watched 1 through 5 or anything past 9, I think, at that point. So I'd watched the rest of those chunks in study hall, and and when I saw the ending of season 13, I cried, and I still cry to this day if I even think about watching.
Church's speech, man, that's quality fucking writing.
Yeah. And then actually, funny enough, the same school that I had study hall for is apparently the same school that Jack Patillo graduated from when he was in high school.
That's actually really cool.
When I found this out because I was hanging around, so you know, Jack's a fucking nerd and I'm not. I was in choir and I basically stayed on my side of the school, and I was going upstairs to see a teacher or something. I got caught up with a bunch of friends. Well, the computer science teacher's room was right on the other side, and he had his door open. And I heard him talking with a few people, and I was like, that voice kind of sounds familiar. And I just brushed it off. And then I see the teacher come out and shut the door or whatever. Well, the next day in government, my buddy comes up to me and goes, hey, you know Jack was on campus, right? And I go, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean he was on campus? And he goes, yeah. He's like, he graduated from here. And he's like, it was on his Twitter. And I go, motherfucker, like in the middle of government. Motherfucker. And my teacher, like, she's super like laid back or whatever. She goes, Dakota, what's wrong? And I go, nothing. You wouldn't understand. It's not a phase, I swear. Like that was my. And then like I looked for the tweet, and sure enough, there's a fucking him with the computer science teacher, and I was that close to fucking meeting Jack and getting a picture with him, and so yeah, it was upsetting. But you know, that's again through Carmichael, the guy who did mocap for season 13. Him and that kind of inspired me to like look more into RT stuff and everything like that. And then I guess when I went to RTX for this first year, and I was like, fuck it, this is awesome. I get to meet like new people. I get to see everyone that like I would never see in real life. Like not even just like RT people, but even like fans. Like there were a few friends that I made for people who like lived out in San Antonio that came down here, and we talk like all the time now. And it's super cool to like meet people through the community, because I'll talk to fucking anyone about anything. I'm a super just like, I want to talk. I'm a social butterfly, which is partially one of the reasons why I almost didn't graduate. That and RT. So yeah, too long, good and read. That's one of the reasons I got involved, was because I knew people personally who kind of more or less gave me an extra push to go watch it.
Carl in the chat is saying, surprise twist, the teacher pulls off her face to reveal Jack. Dun, dun, dun.
Whole time.
You can't hide that much beard in a mask. It is just not possible.
Who said he had the beard back then?
What's
I mean,
that?
if it was between the chorus
Jack
trilogy, yeah, he had the beard. Well,
Jack
what
has beard.
for life did he chop it off? That was 2 years ago, right?
3 or 2. Yeah.
That would have been, I think, season 12.
Yeah, I think so. Somewhere around there.
Jack definitely had the beard season 12.
All right.
I strive to have a beard as well as Jack's.
Me too.
I'm getting there.
I tried to have a beard, or I tried to have a voice as deep as Tyler Coe.
I strive to have a voice that actually sounds like a girl voice over a
Okay, hold on.
podcast.
Speaking of Tyler Coe, so everyone knows he's jacked, right? And he has this huge voice. So he's in there almost every Wednesday night, and every time he's just getting back from the gym. Dude, that guy's arms, like if you put a watermelon, it could probably crush it in half. I'm
I'm
scared.
gonna hire that dude to be my coach, so I'm stop being such a
Scared to
lazy
shake, like, when I
bitch.
shake his hand, my hand just cramped up because his hand was so much force and weight, and it was just like a real man handshake. And I was just like, my hand hurt for the rest of that day.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Tyler was the one who auditioned or like interviewed me for Tuesday Night Game Fight when I went to go audition for that, which I fucking botched. That was an awful interview. That's my first interview for anything ever, and I botched it in front of Tyler Coe. And I was no one was more upset in that situation than I was.
Dude, if it makes you feel any better, during an episode or one of the previous seasons of On the Spot, when they first introduced that game where people send in their profile pictures and they create fake dating websites, I submitted mine because I thought, holy shit, I could be on the spot. I'd love that. I sent it in, got an email from Tyler Coe, or at the very least someone on the Rooster Teeth staff. I believe it was Tyler Coe, and saying, hey, we need you to fill out this form. And so I was like, all right. I slept in that morning. I didn't get the email until like 3 hours later, at which time no one got back to me and someone else was chosen. Because I was such a dumbass fucking sleepy piece of shit. I missed out on being on the spot potentially.
I wanted to audition for Tuesday night, but it was like the weekend I was heading to Mexico, and I was so sad. And Patrick saw me. I saw him the next week. He's like, "I'm amazed you didn't come to audition with you in Austin, and you talked to so many of us." And I was like, "I know, I'm so sad."
Dude,
I'm pretty sure Tyler Coe thinks that I'm a psychotic weirdo.
What? Why?
Well, I went to RTX this past year. My first time. I got a VIP pass. I was so excited about it. It was like Christmas present and everything. Well, I think it was the second day I met Tyler, and the day that we went, everybody had to go get their passes. So it was like the day before the convention started.
Oh yeah.
I met Barbara, and Barbara signed my hat and everything. And yeah, the next day I went to the Couch Up panel, and I was walking out, and somewhere in that time frame, somebody stole my hat from my backpack. Yeah. So I was kind of really depressed for like the entire day, and then the next day, and I had a bandana from the double gold box that you get at the at RTX.
Yeah.
And I had met Jack before, so he had signed it, and I was like, okay, everybody that I meet, I'm gonna get them to sign this and everything. So I saw Tyler Coe in the middle of the hallway, and I was like, okay, I gotta get my bandana out. I gotta find my Sharpie and everything. Well, I unzipped my backpack, and everything fell out.
Oh, wow.
So I was like scrambling on the ground, like sitting on my knees, and Tyler walked over to me and he goes, "Are you okay?" And I was like, mentally or physically? I don't know why that was the first thought that came to my head, but he like kind of looked at me weird, and he was like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, "I don't want to bother you." And he's like, "You're not bothering me. I'll stop and help you pick up all your stuff from the middle of the convention hall." And I was like, "Thank you so much." He was so nice. And then we took a picture and everything, and he signed my bandana, and he was like, "If you ever drop anything in the middle of the hallway again, let me know. I'll come help you." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks." And then,
long story short, you're now pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish. Have you seen Tyler Coe?
No.
I wish.
I would do it.
No,
because I feel like they'll just crush me in half. I'm just like, make jokes. I'm just like, I hope this doesn't kill me.
I mean, much like you, this last RTX, the camp bandanas everybody got.
Yeah.
No matter who I met, Rooster Teeth staff wise, I would have it like tucked into my belt, like the Yang's butt cape from Volume 1, and then a Sharpie hanging on my necklace. And I have so many fucking signatures. But I went to the Always Open event Saturday night, and I got drunk. There was a lot of people there. I have photos of most of them, but there's like 3 autographs on this bandana I can't recognize because I'm too drunk to remember it. And there was like 2 people I didn't quite get the photo with. I'm pretty sure one's Mika Burton because I didn't get the photo with her, but I wished her a happy birthday and I bought her a shot. That was cool. I can't remember the other 2.
Well,
and that's framed on my wall now.
Whoever had taken my hat, it was in their RTX bag, like the black one that you get.
Yeah.
And they lost it. So I like walked over to all the convention centers, lost and founds and everything. So like the Marriott and everywhere that the panels would be. And I was like, "Have you found a double gold hat?" Because that was the first thing that I'd ever gotten from a double gold box. The first time that I ever got a double gold box was that hat. And of course it had Barbara's signature on it. So I was like, "Have y'all found a gray hat with 2 stars on it?" And they go, "Actually, yeah, we found one with a bag." So whoever stole my hat lost their bag, and I got my hat back and an extra bag. So
Boom.
karma's a bitch, and so am I. Okay, I am so happy.
It's really funny because I had friends that I made through the page that I hung out with the whole time, and they're staying near the hotels, and when we're just walking, I'm saying hello, and they, the people from RT recognize me from work, and I recognize them, and everyone's just asking me, aren't you going to get a photo? Aren't you going to get a photo? I was like, I already have them, and it was just like it felt like being rude about it. Like I was like, oh well, no, I'm not going to bug them for a photo if I already have one. And it was funny because me and a friend who was brand new to RT were walking down to the Paramount. Is that the theater that we did?
Yeah, that was the Paramount.
We ran into Matt Bragg. And Matt Bragg, he's like, yo, what up? And his girlfriend knows me personally as well because of work. And she's like, hey, how you been? And it was just so funny because my friend he's like, how do you, what? And so it's really funny because at this point I'd become known and it was just annoying.
You have you have this funny little thing about you, Alessandro, that's like, because everyone knows that you get pictures with the RT staff at work at HEB, but you describing that story is like, it's like someone describing the story of a magician who's like being caught on the streets, and it's like, and like people go up to him and it's like, do the thing, take the picture with him, do the thing. Dude,
it's interesting. RTX is really fun. It was my first year ever. Like everyone knows.
I fucked up.
Really?
I fucked up RTX this year so bad.
We went to.
Do you guys? I apologize if I just cut anyone off. Do you guys remember a few years ago have they had the K1 speed event?
Yeah.
They have those, I think, every year, don't they?
Yeah, I think they have them. They had one this year. That's all that I know about those.
Nope. Because guess who didn't read that far ahead into the article when I looked up if they had a K1 speed event this year? And guess who drove into Austin at like 7 o'clock at night and walked into the K1 area? Took like 15 steps in the place, turned around and went, what the fuck? Why isn't anyone here? I went back to my car. The event was scheduled 2015. I was going on 2017.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I walked in the event. The staff looked at me for like 2 seconds, and I went, I fucked up, and I walked.
I fucked up.
I've always gotten my tickets for RTX the last 2 years I've gone, which are the only 2 years I've gone, coincidentally. I've always gotten my tickets a bit late because I'm an idiot. And by the time I do that, I wonder if there's any signings left because I always get the ticket the weekend pass, which kind of promises a ticket, autograph ticket. And whenever I try and like Google how to do anything about that, it takes me to like one of the first, like what you did happened like 2014, 2015 ticket autograph information. I'm like, well, this doesn't help me, and I can't find anything else. So I'll just roll the dice and see who I meet. Luckily, it's worked out every year. I meet a shit ton of people, and I fucking love every goddamn moment of it. Sorry for a lot of swearing in that sentence, but I'm passionate about RTX. But just like maybe catalog those or update shit, maybe.
Well, this was my first year going to RTX, as I mentioned, and my first year going to RTX, I got a VIP pass again, as I mentioned, but I don't care. Anyways, well, I didn't know that for the 3 signings that you get with the VIP pass, I didn't know that you have to sign up for those online. Yeah, so I didn't sign up for any of them. So those 3, and then the other 3 that my friend gave me, because he didn't want to go to any signings. So 6 signing passes went to waste because I didn't know about it. I was so
Dude,
sad.
I fucked up my signing with Tyler. I went to go because I missed pre-order pickup, and so I waited in line, and my signing was at 11. I didn't get out of the line until probably like 2 or 3 o'clock. And so all I did that day was after I got my ticket, I went in, I went through the floor, I played battle slots on the floor. I played like one match against one kid who like stayed there pretty much like, the entire day.
Yeah, I fought that guy. I played battle slots 2 times. That kid was there every hour of every day.
I'm pretty sure.
Wasn't he?
I'm pretty sure he didn't leave that beanbag chair that was there.
Like at one point, we were playing
his butt
He's
imprint.
still
probably told
on
him,
that
just keep
beanbag
the
chair.
beanbag.
At one point during the game, Battle Slots, Joe Heyman walked by, but it was the only time I was ever beating the kid. So I'm like, what do I do?
I saw
the kid. And I didn't get to meet
I saw
Joe Heyman.
Jeff on the Heroes and Halfwits DM. Like they were by Griffin's booth, and I saw him walk by, and I was like, oh, just Jeff. I'm gonna leave him be, because he looked really busy. So I was just like, yeah.
Chandler, you want to tell him about Andy?
Was that? Repeat the question.
You want to tell him about Andy?
What
Blanchard.
Here?
Andy Blanchard. Yeah, you met him.
Yeah, the Achievement Hunter panel.
Achievement Hunter.
Andy was in the front row before the thing started. Just excited people, taking photos, saying what's up. Went in. He was the first person I saw that year. Got a photo, got signed my band, the whole nine. And then if you've seen the panel or you were there or saw a recording of the podcast version of it, at one point, Michael and the crew on stage were like, Andy, why the fuck are you in the get row? Get out of here, Andy. Get out of here. The back corner of the room. And I'm like, well, of course I'm going to. So I just bolt out of my seat and with like 40 other people sitting next to Andy. And I feel bad because I'd already gotten my invitation, my photo, and my signature. Not my invitation, sorry, my signature. And everyone else was like, hey, Andy, can I sign this, sign this, sign this? Quietly whispering in the back 2 rows of the auditorium. At one point, I forget exactly what caused it. Michael was talking shit about Andy or something like that. And I'm like, guys, follow my lead. And then I start going, Andy, Andy. And the entire little section of us starts cheering. And he gets a standing O. And Jackson's like, oh, shut the fuck up, guys. And I'm like, yes. Loved it.
I think my favorite moment of any of the RTX panels was probably, I'm pretty sure it was, what was it called? Now that I'm talking about it,
I know my 2 favorites.
That's the podcast curse. You have a thought, and then you immediately lose it.
Well,
So,
it's the Achievement Hunter podcast. Off topic. I kept on wanting to say it on the spot. But Off Topic was one of the last panels, and then because it was such like a high demand, everybody kind of got in there really early.
Oh, fucking dude!
We got in there 4 hours early.
Yeah, so
God.
So everybody was making a conga line around the podcast.
Yeah,
and
that
was so awesome. I was running around dancing, and I don't know how to dance, but I high-fived somebody's yang hand.
Yep.
Like, it was a fake hand, but it was a yang hand, and he held it out, and I high-fived it. Yeah.
Now, that reminds me of 2 amazing RTX stories. So, again, from this past year. And I'm only going to tell one for the sake of time. One at the Ruby panel, everyone fucking
oh yes,
got there early. We did shenanigans. We got on screen like 40 times. And just the podcast or panel things. If you get there early, have a game of $1 Million Butt Handy or a game of
Cards Against
Humanity. We played that for like 5 hours straight. I loved it.
Dude,
But at the rave, sorry, just a quick story. At the rave for the RTX rave this year, I started like 8 conga lines because it was immediately following the Always Open event, and I was drunk as fuck. Thankfully, the place was a 2-block walk, and I could walk and sober up. But I was still drunk when I got in there. So I just kept making conga lines.
You were very drunk.
I followed about 4 of those conga lines.
I would knife through the crowd, and every time I would just see somebody randomly, I just grab the shoulder like, go, 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 you're in, and just basically force them to conga. Apparently, I forced the kid from day 5 to conga, and I had no idea. I was told this the next day because I was super drunk. I feel bad for Zach, our other podcast regular, who's not here, because he was dancing up with a girl, and he's a shy guy, so I was glad to see him going out of his way. I didn't know that, and I pulled him away from his blossoming conversation with this beautiful young woman just to make him conga, and he was really mad at me for the rest of the night.
Fucking conga block.
A little bit. So I felt bad, and then I was like, hey, Zach, I'm sorry, but also watch this. I went up to a random girl, held out my hand, grabbed hers, and just started spinning a dancer with her, explained, hey, thanks for this. I'm just trying to shoot my buddy up. Went back to Zach. It was a good day. And then he went off and did his own thing. Long story short, RTX, the coolest fucking thing on the planet. Everybody should go, except don't go because too many people. Let it just be me and my friends. The whole thing, just me.
That's another thing. The fire marshals. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think one of my
fire.
Hold on, Chandler. Hold on. I think one of my favorite parts of RTX was definitely the pre-Ruby panel with everyone getting on the screen. Me and Chandler.
Oh, I forced my way onto that
especially
screen like times.
We all did. And then
kinda drunk.
also true. And then still, oh yeah, hungover. And still, the question that everyone loves to reference again: will Yang have a vibration arm function?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
that was a
Wow.
fun.
That was this year. Oh,
Just everyone on that panel had a different reaction to that question. I loved it.
I forgot that was this year. I didn't go to the Ruby panel. I just saw the after video.
Yeah.
And just the fucking close up of Barbara.
Just
and then every
like,
joke
so
she made
happy.
after that was fucking priceless, dude.
I love it.
It's like, will she?
Has anyone else not told their how to get into RT story
Well,
yet?
We only told like
the
2.
Alessandro next.
Yeah, Alessandro. You're
Podcast
next.
derailments are what makes podcasts a podcast.
True.
Also, fun fact: podcast stands for iPod broadcast. I learned that today.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right?
Fucking brag about it.
Interesting.
All right,
Well,
enough with
sir.
boring nerd shit. Alessandro, you are God here. The floor is yours.
So everyone's gonna hate me when I actually tell this story.
Oh fucking Christ! Almighty.
He's gonna
I
say,
hate you
yeah,
now.
I took a picture with
He-
RT
he was-
person. I didn't know who it was, but he had a bunch of other people taking pictures with him, so I wanted to take a picture with him, and then I left Rooster Teeth.
No, so my one of my
So basically, Alessandro was born from one of the Rooster Teeth people.
Alessandro is a
He's,
fake.
he's the love child of
So-
Let's Play and Rooster Teeth.
yeah.
Alessandro is exposed.
He's Bernie's illegitimate son.
I mean, I'm about to expose myself really. So my best friend Omar, one of my best friends Omar, huge fan of Achievement Hunter, huge fan of Rooster Teeth. A few years back, he showed me clips of Red vs. Blue, and I was like, "Oh, this is great, whatever." And then I stopped watching the clips because I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
How
One day
dare you.
when Pokemon Go comes out, shut up. Pokemon Go comes out, so we go to the Mueller Park. It's a huge park here in Austin. And they film a lot of stuff there. I see a guy wearing a Mr. Shark shirt, and I was like, "Yo, and it's Jeremy." And I was like, "Hey, that's a really kind of shirt." And so my friend Omar goes, "Yo, you're Jeremy from Achievement Hunter." And I didn't care, right? We're all playing Pokemon Go. And I was like, "Well, you want me to take a photo with you for him?" And then he's like, "Yeah, take the photo for me." I was like, "All right." And as soon as I go, click, take the photo, his phone just dies.
Oh,
Yo. Oh,
His phone,
yo.
he had like 80% though. His phone just dies. Month passes. It's like January at this point. Or not January, August, July, August at this point. I'm inside. I just got back from school and we went to HEB because I went to go apply. And I'm like, man, that guy looks really familiar. And it's Jeremy because of his hair. And I see him and I'm like, that guy, I was like, what? In my whole head the whole time, I'm like, what's this guy's name? What's this guy's name? And I yell, Jeremy, really loud in this grocery store. He turns around, I'm like, yeah, I was like, you're Bola from Achievement Hunter, right? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, can I get a photo with you? And I got this photo with him, not knowing who he really was, so that everyone could hate me for that.
Oh wow!
I got this
How
photo.
right I was.
Alessandro is a fake. Confirmed.
Yeah, I was a fake at this time. I got this photo with him to rub it in my friend Omar's face because his phone got stolen. So he lost the phone.
Oh, fuck yo.
Now, as soon as I took that photo that night, I binged so much Achievement Hunter and Red vs. Blue. I didn't go to bed till about 7 the next morning. So from there, watching, all because I wanted to rub it in a friend's face that I met someone he lost a photo of.
I like the
That's
way you
like-
think.
That's
Ouch,
like tasting alcohol
nice.
before you know what it does. That's just
I
not
love the way you
fucking
think.
fair.
Look, from that one little photo, 2 weeks later, Andy comes through my line, and I was like, man, this guy looks really familiar. And I was like, do I know you from somewhere? I was like, or do you just shop here a lot? And he's like, well, I work next door. I was like, you're Andy from Rooster Teeth. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, there we go. And that kind of is where it just set off of my goal. I wanted to get all these photos and rub it in my friend's face. I love what they're doing. I can hear Burke hating me. I can hear her hating me. And I can
Don't
just hear
shit on my dick.
I can just hear how she hates me.
Don't shit on my
From
dick.
there, I kept watching everything, and that's how I got into everything. And just Austin events and buying tickets on the spot. It just got me more and more into things.
Dude, I wanted to go to On the Spot. I went to the On the Spot panel at RTX. I really want to go to a live show.
No, but like I went to one. Tickets are very hard to get because they only sell 15 tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a small area, so they only sell 15 tickets. If you get them, get them. Well, my first time there, I had no idea where the hell this building was. I just knew that they walk this way, and so I was like, oh, well, I might as well just walk the same with them. I walked that way. Well, the way I went, you have to have a badge to get in.
Oh,
and so I was like, let me just wait for the next person to come outside, and I'll ask them, hey, can you help me get into this, blah, blah, blah. And the next person that come outside, I'm not looking at my phone. I'm looking down, I'm reading this thing, because they send you a map on how to get into the park and all that. I think Brooke knows about this from Tuesday night game fights.
It's obnoxious and it does not help.
It doesn't. So I'm just asking the next person I see, and so I see someone, but he's far away, so I start looking down at my phone and walking out like a guy. Let it behold, it's Michael without even knowing it's Michael.
Oh, shit.
This sounds really familiar because I just started watching Ruby season 2. And so that's when I was like, and I look up and it's Michael. And I was like, holy, you're blah, 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 you're blah, 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 not breathing. And I'm like, he grabbed me and he goes, breathe, please. And it was just like, I was like, you're Michael Jones. And he's like, yeah. He's like, can I help you with something? I was like, oh, well, I'm trying to see On the Spot. And he's like, you paid to see that show? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, which way are you supposed to go in? He's like, oh, you're supposed to go in through the main gate. And he's like, well, just follow me. I'll take you through the sound check for studio. And you'll put me in the stage 5. And so I walk in through sound check. I see Barbara, Gus, Bernie, and I'm just like, can I stay here?
Fun fact.
You lucky fucking
And so it's just like
everything as far as RT in Austin has fallen into your hands, and I am.
Yeah.
I live in Austin, and the most that I've fucking seen is Miles and Ellie from a distance while I was driving a car. Do you know how quickly I almost threw it in park and tuck and rolled?
For that, you should.
But here's the thing. It's luck. I work in a grocery store next to their building. I'm there from 12 to 10, lunchtime to, going to bed, home time and getting food. People need groceries. People need lunches. So it's like, it's common sense for them to go to the grocery store where we have a cafe and sandwiches and stuff. So it's not really luck. It's just like they need food.
No, okay. The beginning part was luck, and the fact that you ran into Michael without.
I'm gonna get a job at your store.
I did the same thing with Gavin almost with Tuesday Night Game Fight because I went to I think 4 of those. And if you watch the finale of Tuesday Night Game Fight and hear somebody yelling like
no one watched that shit.
Insults at Craig, that's me. And the other Tuesday Night Game Fight contestants, that's me yelling at him, and he and I got into an argument afterwards, or not afterwards, but like during it. And then afterwards, he like walked up to me and he like shook my hand and he was like, "You know what? Thanks for the banter. It was fun." I was like, "Oh, Craig, yes."
Here's the thing. You're not shooting very high with game attack. Just letting you know that. Right.
Oh, jeez.
That shoots higher than the.
Listen here. I was the first person that I had ever personally gone up to and had a full-on goddamn conversation. So you stop raining on my fucking parade with your shit show, okay? You let me be happy about this.
Brooke, do you remember? I think this is the first time I actually met you in person. The big group game attack hug we had to do.
Yes. Do you realize that because I am 5'3" and everybody else in that fucking group hug was 6'20", I was suffocating.
Yeah, I was too.
I was hanging off the edge of the platform. I was dying. You can see me at some point during that group hug. I think it was in the middle. I had to jump to get air because all I could smell was BO.
Yeah, it was.
You could see my little nose poke up for a second, and then I went back down, and you don't see me again. It's like I disappeared. Maybe I died. I don't know, but Christ.
So
terrible.
How can you breathe without game attack in your face? Am I right?
Yeah, literally. No, but before any of the show started, with On the Spot, any of the live stuff, they tell you certain rules. No recording, no getting out of your seat, no just leaving.
Oh my God, they were so mad.
But yeah, because they were Game Attack was come on guys, get up here. And so on ours, so we look at, so there's one person next to us, and they're the person that tells us yes, no, they're pretty much a moderator. So everyone just looks at them, and she's like, she gives us the like, I don't know what to do, like odd emotion.
She's really nice too. Like
Yeah, her name's Jordan.
Yeah, she's really nice.
And so she looks at Patrick, and Patrick gives the like, I guess so look, and though everyone just gets up and does this big group hug. Now I'm telling you, I'm a short guy. I'm 5'5", 5'6", around there. Brooke's about the same height as me.
No, you're taller than me. Don't act like you're all short and shit. You're taller than me.
I mean, I remember you being pretty tall. Okay, well, I guess I'm taller than her. I remember just like, I ran to the front of it knowing if I was in the middle of this, I was going to have a panic attack, and just all that yo would have just murdered me. So I ran to the front, and it's just, everyone's just tightly compressed there, and me and the player from Game Attack are like face to face. If we moved an inch closer, it would have been like literally face on face, and we were just talking the whole
Extra
time.
live kissing.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And it was just like, it was terrible. And we were told the next week, Game Attack wasn't there that week. We were told the next week, if something like that is to happen again, we do not get up no matter what. They were very serious about it. They were like, you do not get up. That we've talked to teams, nothing like that will happen again.
They said that during the finale too. They were like, Game Attack is here. You know, they started a big group hug and all that. Not stand up, and I like, Craig was standing there and he was like smiling, and I like looked at him and he like whispers in my ear. He goes, "You got to stand up. You do it anyways because it's the finale and everything."
Well, it was once, and you like, literally, they're very serious about it. If you do not listen to what they say, you're done and you're not allowed back. I once went to an on-the-spot thing. Yeah, I once went to an on-the-spot recording. The guy started wandering around the building. They found him, told him to leave, and he is not allowed back on the premises forever.
Damn.
Patrick was so mad and very upset that he was like, yeah, you need to leave now, or we're going to have someone make you leave. And I was like, oh my God.
oh my God.
Nice, dude.
I
mean, I get that you're excited or whatever, but just like, you're there to watch the show and you're there to get the fuck out unless you work.
Like, you're not a guest. You're not a guest.
True.
Like, if you're a guest there, that's fine. You know, you're invited. You're paying to be there, so you have certain rules that you have to listen to. And it was just like,
there was one girl that I was sitting to. It was, I think, the first time that I went, and in the middle of it, her phone went off.
Oh, wait, on the spot or Game Attack?
Game Attack. I've never been on the spot. Not Game Attack. Tuesday Night Game Fight.
I remember.
I've never been on the spot, but her phone went off in the middle of it. And I was like looking around because I was sitting next to her, and I was like, "Please don't think that's me. Please don't think that's me. Please don't think that's me." I was panicking. It was terrifying.
Yeah, no, they're like, even like they tell you the message at the beginning because they, you know, like everything they tell you what not to do. They're like, turn your phones completely to silent. You don't put it on buzz because the seats are metal, so it'll make a noise. And then right before they start walking us into, they're like, remember, silence your phones. So when that girl's phone goes off, everyone's face just went white. Because we're like, great. Because, you know, someone don't listen, we're all going to get in trouble. So that's what everyone was thinking.
I can see that.
Fucking yeah, man.
The chat's talking about alcohol mixes. If you have vodka, put it in lemonade and orange juice with a little bit of Sprite, and it's the best thing that you'll ever have.
Don't provoke them. They're literally like messaging me, and they're like, I'm like taking 4 shots or whatever, and it's like I'm losing. I hate Carl, shit like that. They're all both Carl and Megan are messaging me, and I'm just like, fucking Christ, guys. Like, can we be professional for 2 fucking seconds?
Well,
no.
I have
1, 2.
Oh, that was professional enough, right?
Let's see. Who else hasn't gone? Chandler, how'd you get into the Rooster Teeth?
Mine's on some of our recorded. That's not a word. One of our recorded previous shows some other way. That was a lot of gibberish for saying nothing. I was shopping for clothes because I only do that about once or twice a year because I'm a man child and fucking hate shopping for clothes. If you take me shopping, give me 3 things to try on before I start getting salty. That's on you afterwards. Just size and then variants of that size. That's all I need. I'm a simple man. I look good in dark colors because I'm colorblind and I'm hard to match shit that's colorful. But I was just waiting in the stall, the little booth, or what have you. When I hear two employees quoting the first episode of Red vs. Blue, and this is before I'd have anything heard of it. And there was just the, hey, yeah? You ever wonder why we're here? And that little back and forth. It's like, no, why the fuck do you think we're on this planet? That initial scene, and I'm like, well, that sounds amazing. What is this? And then eventually I just start typing little fingers off trying to quote what they're saying into Google. I'm like, okay, Red versus, is this from Halo? Then I get lost trying to Google Halo things. But eventually I find out season 1. And I watched season 1, and then it was like during high school, so I got kind of swept up in other shit. But once I was playing Xbox with my buddy, and my buddies are huge Rooster Teeth fans, always way more than me. Back when Minecraft first came to Xbox, they had towers of pimps, and I'm like, dude, what the hell did you do with all my gold? They're like, tower of pimps. I'm like, that means why? You know,
bow down to the tower of pimps.
Basically. But then they're like, yeah, hey man, you know Red vs. Blue's in like season 9 now. I'm like, what? I remember season 1. So I rewatched season 1. And over the next 2 days, I watched every single season. And then, for some reason, I watched it in reverse order. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you've never done it, if you ever have free time, I suggest doing it. It's a weirdly...
It's about these freelancers that find their way into a gully.
It just, like,
so, you're colorblind.
Yes.
How do you know what character's which?
Voices. For the long time, for the first Halos 1 and 2, it was all voices for the most characters. One person I could tell off the red team, basically, because Lopez, Sarge, and Simmons, maroon, red, and brown. Fuck you. What am I looking at? It's just all the same person with Hola. Soy Lopez Lapez.
So, that's a question.
Get your lady over here. And I can't do a Gus voice.
That's a question.
And,
then. How badly colorblind are you then?
Are you
pretty
like
severely.
dog colorblind, or can you see?
No, that manifests in so few people. But that's what everyone assumes that colorblind means.
Dog colorblind is black and white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No
People
colors.
assume.
Colorblind.
Although I used colorblindness to get some cheats out of life. Like I work in a bakery, so like when I don't want to do something, oh, I'm sorry, I'm colorblind. I can't really help you there. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm colorblind. I wouldn't know what matches that. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Is
like
that a legitimate excuse? Because I might fucking use that at work. Holy shit, you know?
Dude, it works constantly. I got points back on tests in high school because of that shit.
that's like somebody turning the lights off and saying, "Sorry, I can't hear you." That's
Yo,
what I consider
real talk.
that.
I actually do.
If you're
though.
all in Texas? You're all in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
we're on
That's
Texas.
that's why I'm thinking, a whiskey.
You take the tax
That means
tests
nothing.
in geometry?
And then the star test, whenever they switched it to that.
Yeah.
I was a year above that. I never did the star. But for the social study ones, all the
Suck
maps,
my dick.
there are always just various forms of gray. So I would get commended or whatever, like 90 percentile on
Oh my god.
I
Never
got
read-
commended on that, and I could see colors because I'm intelligent and don't use excuses.
I failed all of my tests in tax, so I didn't use excuses either. I fucking owned up to that shit.
You just suck.
Your mom's
But no,
like, "What happened?" You're like, "I suck."
No, real talk. That's what happened. I almost didn't graduate. Real talk.
those are dark colors or blues or like stark, easy to match things. Because once I start going into like yellows and bright shit, and I don't know about you, quote unquote, normal fucking people, but for me, colorblindness, every fancy word people use to describe colors, chartreuse, burgundy, bernaise, eggshell,
fuck?
like, yeah, all these
Eggshell.
weird ass colors people
Fucking
have. I'm like, dude, that's just fucking red. What is wrong with you? They're like, no, that's an offshoot of burgundy called rosé. I'm like, no, asshole, it's red.
It's a rare shade
I
of
like how-
burgundy called Rosetta Stone. That's
Basically.
I like
And
how
then half the
I
time
like
when I
how
yell
we
at them,
hit it.
I'm wrong anyway because colorblind. And that's right.
I like
Green.
how
Fuck
I like
you.
how Rooster Teeth can be traced back in your case, Chandler, to almost triggering you in a conversation that we had nothing to do with.
Yeah, pretty much.
as dealing with fucking shopping.
Yeah.
So
See, as an art student, I have to know all of those burgundy and Rosetta Stone colors.
Because it's actually
Mine's a lot more
bullshit, isn't
simple
it?
when you
That's
say,
like
"Oh, the
my
gray one."
entire classes. Like, I had
But
an
I
art
have an
history
interesting question
2
for you.
class. What's that?
Did you know? Fun fact: this is real. The color purple to me doesn't exist. I see blue. I can't fucking see the color
My
purple.
friend has that. My friend
I
has
have
that.
never once correctly said, "Oh, that's purple." Whenever I try, because I've been trying to train my brain, because some shades I'm like, if I look at it enough and just say, "Okay, this is a sunset. This is sunset. This is sunset." Sooner or later, my brain's just gonna memorize it. But I have never once looked at something and say, "That's
See,
blue." Nope, that's purple.
The
That's
way
purple. No,
the way
Chandler,
you fix
that's
that
blue.
the way you fix that is anything that you think is blue, say it's purple, and eventually you'll get it right.
I've tried. It still no.
so
Still no.
that means,
Say every
that means
color
it's
is purple.
confirmed that Doc in Red versus Blue Cannon is technically on the blue team then.
Yeah, he's not
So-
purple.
So
I'm
when
pretty sure purple's a conspiracy, and then everyone in the world besides me, my older brother, and my father, who are also colorblind, are in on it. I don't know why you're
Yeah,
all doing this to me,
we,
but I know it's
we
happening.
all,
It's
formed
okay.
our own
Just drink the
UN.
punch.
Yeah, Illuminati confirmed, right?
It's all about the fucking color purple. You can't purple the moon landing.
For all
JFK
you know,
can't
the
purple the moon landing,
Illuminati
motherfucker.
the Illuminati pyramid is purple.
Oh, true.
My mind has been blown.
So that's a
Okay, we're learning
colorblind,
so much.
colorblind moron.
Let's see, we're already about an hour, so I guess I'll tell my short story, and then we can finish somehow. I don't know how we would finish.
With a game of $1 million, but
Yay!
I actually
Let's do that.
should we do our
So-
own scenarios or should we do real quick before we do? Should we do our own scenarios or should we try playing if we have the card game?
I think we should.
I say our own scenarios, maybe.
All right, I have my own. I have like 5 of them. All right,
Oh,
continue.
shit. Hold on.
So I basically got into Rooster Teeth really, really late, like at about 2012, 2013, 2014, that time frame. My first real introduction to Rooster Teeth was the Ruby Red trailer.
that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that right about when the season 1 finale was going on, and I saw that. I was like, done. I'm in this show all the way because I love Red, I love Ruby, I love Red Riding Hood, and that animation was just awesome.
I love it.
Basically, that's how I got into Rooster Teeth. It was actually in the same college that Brooklyn is in right now.
Nice.
I apologize.
She goes. No, that college is expensive as fuck.
Oh, trust me, I know.
I dropped out.
I dropped out like 2 years ago
College
and
is
never looked back.
bullshit.
Well,
They keep calling me like, "Hey, we need you to pay your shit." It's like, "Fuck you."
through
I dropped.
They're gonna send a bounty hunter after you.
I
It's like-
have
Oh.
more
it's
of a
like- it's-
chance.
The bounty hunter's just a college coordinator. Fuck. And
He
they have
throws a bill in your face.
they go,
You've been served.
and he beats the fuck out of you.
I will say that the Art Institute of Austin, which is where both me and her went.
Well, now
It's-
people are gonna stalk me.
I've
well,
already started.
yeah. So
How did you think I knew
behind
that
you.
half of you? How did you think I knew that y'all lived in Texas?
Yeah, I literally
hashtag sorry, not
no.
sorry.
as soon as I saw the cast list, I was like, I want to know everything I can about these people.
Someone
Very
stabbed
cool.
RTD2.
I thought I put that on vibrate. Wait, it is. Anyways, what I was gonna say is I will say that the Art Institute is expensive as hell, and some of the teachers are okay and whatnot. But I mean, I've got some pretty cool friends from that myself.
Where are you finding these people? Because I don't have any from.
He found me, motherfucker.
Go to the clubs. Go to like the anime club. Go to the comic book club if it's still there.
I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah,
get
but the thing is, I don't watch a ton of animes. Like the animes that I watch.
How dare you?
Attack on Titan. Okay, listen here, motherfucker.
Look,
Ooh.
we can get into this, but I will spoil things for you. I read the manga. I know what happens in 4 seasons from now.
Please
Okay.
don't. I will.
You
I
don't
will
wanna know
actually cry.
about the fact the world outside the walls confuses me immensely. It becomes. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to.
fucking God.
Don't say
It hurts my
anything.
brain,
Chandler.
and I do need someone to talk to about it because it's
Okay,
it's
so are we all done here? I think.
Well, I thought we're doing $1 million butt stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
$1
I'm
million.
going to go ahead and take the floor up here. 'cause
I
I'm
don't
not
want to
ready.
go first.
$1 million butt.
I have one if I may.
$1 million butt. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But once a month for the next 10 years, and you never know when during the month. It's just
If you
So
say you
re-
have a period, then I take it because
no. You wake up in the room of a person in your life who has authority, like a boss, an old principal, a teacher, a manager, someone with authority over you in some way, shape, or form. You appear in their bedroom when they wake up once a month. It's always changing, different person each month, in a full French maid outfit.
Oh
And it's up
God.
to you to explain and get out of there. And you have to have a conversation with them. You can't sneak out.
Is it
There
okay?
has to be
I have,
conversation.
I have a question.
Shoot.
Is it opposite to? So I am a boy.
You'd wear a French maid outfit.
I'm a young man.
You'd wear a French maid outfit.
If
young man.
is it always? Does it matter if it's a girl or a guy, or is it always going to be? In my case, since I'm a guy, is it going to be a girl?
What do you mean?
Person of
Like,
authority, right?
I mean,
Person of authority. That
Is he going to
It's not
wear
of the
the
opposite
typical
sex.
maid outfit?
yes, it's a standard maid outfit. Everyone
What I'm
wears.
trying to get out of this is that I am the submissive type, and I want to get some enjoyment out of this.
Oh.
I mean, that's up to
Ooh.
you, man. If you have a
Ooh.
conversation with a person and you
Before they
come to
wake
a
up, bring your own
mutual
ropes.
agreement, if you come to a mutual agreement about what you both want, then take the millions and get married and move to France.
I'm not
and
talking about
become a
marriage.
legitimate maid.
I'm talking about like one
Sexy
night
times.
thing. All right.
What was that?
I just want one. I want one night. I'm not fucking talking about marriage shit. I mean,
Again, if you come to a mutual understanding, that's on you, man. That's on you to make that happen.
See, my question is.
Yeah.
What if you run out of authority figures? Is it random? Like, do you know them, or is it?
Let's see.
Can it be
It's
repetitive?
10 years. So no matter what school or organization or job you work for, it's just going to keep, like, once you're done with your immediate bosses, then you start going to their bosses and their bosses and the shareholders and the CEO and the
oh
CFO.
fuck, dude! I just remembered.
The dean, the vice dean,
At one point, I'm gonna end up in bed
founders.
and it's gonna be terrible. I'm not taking that.
Dude, I just remembered.
All
I'm
right,
a
we
Mason.
got one
I got
now.
a bunch of old fucks in
What's
that
everybody-
organization.
Oh, you're
Alessandro-
going to show up naked to the front of the Freemason wearing a French hat.
Alessandro would end up in Matt Holmes.
Yes.
Dude, that's the dream right there.
All right, so we've got
Fucking-
one no. Who says aye? Who says no?
I'm not taking this.
I'm not
I'll
taking
do
that.
it. I'm the only girl here. I'll do it. You know what?
Representing your
$1 million.
gender. I like it.
That's kinky.
Not stereotyping. I'm saying you're brave and courageous, like all women.
And
Courageous.
it's on
I'm
record.
courageous. I'm gonna get
Well,
this
women
tattoo
are
on my
heroes.
ass cheek. Courageous.
I have one.
Courageous.
I got one.
Shoot.
All right, go for it, bro.
All right, $1 million. But it's a fuck ton of money. But every time you go to get your hair cut, or every time you let your hair grow out, your height is determined based on the amount of hair on your head. So say if you go to get it all shaved off or whatever, and you get like Jeremy style, like you can shine a laser pointer off, it's gonna blind the entire fucking room. You will become 8 foot tall. But if you have super long hair, you're gonna be probably about 4 foot and
So the
lower.
longer your hair grows, the shorter you get over time.
Yes. So like if it grows an inch or whatever, you lose like 5.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm doing it. It sounds fun.
I'm short
I'd
already.
take
I'll
it.
do it.
I got the idea because when you play with Play-Doh or whatever, and you stick the Play-Doh on top of like the needle thing,
Huh.
and you push the Play-Doh through, and it kind of expands out, and that's what I kind of got the idea from because I was like, because I imagine it. I go to get my hair cut. I go to shave the hair, all my hair, or like I go shave the hair. I go to bed. immediately like from 11:59 to 12 o'clock midnight, I go and I expand into this 8-foot behemoth, and my kneecaps basically go off the edge of my bed.
Although I do have something for you. If it happens while you're in the chair getting a haircut, once they're done, there's a chance of you shooting like 8 feet up and just bang, like uppercutting them with your skull.
They would need like a 6-foot ladder to finish the job at that point.
I'm taking the money. I'm doing it.
You only get shaved like one side of your head too, so that way, say you get the left side shaved off or whatever, and then only the left side of your body grows.
Oh,
that'd be weird.
Be a hunchback at Notre Dame.
So does it matter if you get it cut? Are you growing taller, or
if you get it cut, you get shorter.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm fine because I'm a girl again. I have long hair. I'll be hella tall.
I've always wanted long hair.
All right, dude. How many of you guys have facial hair?
Yo.
Yes.
Yeah, full on beard goes down to my toes.
Extra 2 million, and then if every time you go to shave your face or clean up your beard or whatever, or do whatever the fuck you want, your arm's length is now affected.
Oh.
I trim my beard way too often.
You'd be a T-Rex, dude. You'd be a T-Rex, honestly.
I'm taking the original million, not the 2 million. Leave my beard alone. I love my beard.
All right. So we got one. You got one yes.
I'll take the 2 million because I have no facial hair.
I'm said no.
I'm broke at this.
So what was it? Alessandro, what was yours?
I'm broke. I'm not taking this.
You're gonna take it? All right. So that's 2 and 2. All right.
Who's next? Anyone got a good one?
I have one.
Go for it then.
Go for it.
$1 million. However,
That is a hell of a lot of money.
It's a shit ton of money.
It B&D. So $1 million, but every time it storms, if you get hit by a raindrop, your clothes disappear.
Oh,
Wait.
However, if you get hit by another one, your clothes reappear.
So you would basically
like a
be
glitch in the
doing a
Matrix.
clothing strobe.
Yes.
Dude,
could you imagine?
All right, so you walk down the street, you wear like the tie-dye shirt or whatever, and it starts raining, and then you just you have the rave music going, you go rave shirt just disappearing and reappearing. It's like
so it has to be rainwater, not just like any type of water.
Not any type of water.
Good, because taking a shower would be problematic.
Snow does count.
Snow counts.
Okay, well that doesn't.
Well, we don't have snow in Texas, so that
we
works.
did.
We did for like 3 hours.
Let me see. Here's the thing.
I'm confident in what I got downstairs and upstairs. I'll take the money.
I'll take that.
Alessandro.
Here's the thing about Austin. It either rains for hours and hours on end, and then days and days, or it rains for 10 seconds, and that's it.
And then the rest of the day is just steamy and sticky.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, you have to get another raindrop in order for your clothes to be put back on.
Yeah, you gotta.
If the rain ends with you not having clothes on, then guess what? You're figgity fucked.
I mean, I'm just gonna buy an extra
that's where
my car with some of the $1 million.
That would be where rain drips off of buildings comes in handy.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. True. I'm pretty insecure about my weenie.
I'm confident, man.
I'm fucking taking it.
I'm taking this one.
Also, I believe you said your Surface only had 1 hour and 16 minutes of power. You've got about 9 minutes.
It hasn't given me a
It?
notification.
Hold on, wait. Real quick preference. Is it just
23 minutes remaining?
Is it just what does it mean by what clothing is disappearing? So if I have a hat, sunglasses, shirt,
that is a good point.
Everything.
Shorts,
so I'm just
everything.
Gonna
You are as naked as the day that you were born.
I'm gonna free.
I like my
nude
hat.
strobing.
Free bomb.
Well, the thing is, you can get it back.
Right, but there's
I
a chance.
carry back all the time, so I'm fine. I always have extra clothes on me because that's how I grew up.
Thomas
You always have
in
extra
the chat said, "I'll just stay inside. Fuck it."
So
I don't go outside. I go outside for class.
An umbrella. Or...
go to work and then I go home. That's it.
We're
I don't even go to work. I don't have a job. I just go to class.
We're introverted as
I
fuck.
would take it. I think I would take it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I think it'd be worth the risk.
Excuse me. Hands down, I'm doing it.
Same.
Worst case
Alessandro,
scenario.
what do you got?
a girl sees me, is like, "Oh hey," I'm like, "Oh hey girl, what's up?"
And then the one little trickle gets you, and you go, "Fuck."
A guy sees me, he's like, "Oh hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm flattered, truly, but I don't swing that way. But I thank you for your interest."
See, I think it'd be funny if that happened to me, and a raindrop hit me, and I didn't have any clothes on. The guy
Ow.
walked up to me, I'd say, "I'm flattered. Obviously, you can see my chest."
Wow. Bow wow wow. I fucking love it.
Who hasn't commented? Alessandro, what do you got?
I don't know. All right, $1 million, but so, like always, a lot of money.
Very.
One weekend out of random,
Much money, such wow.
the Mexican cartel. At one weekend out of random. Now, here's the thing: they remember who you are. They know who you are. But one
Wait.
Woke up.
What happens with the Mexican cartel?
You teleported into the Mexican cartel as one of their workers, and then once that weekend's over, poof, you're back to your normal life.
I don't want to go back.
Oh hell!
So
I'd do it.
at random times, you could be raided and you're just done.
I mean, I could use the $1 million to buy a lawyer. Get the guy who got El Chapo. Wait, no, El Chapo dug out of jail.
Yeah, El Chapo was his own lawyer in that case. For fuck it. I wouldn't do it.
Nah. I mean, I want to go back to Mexico, but just not that way.
We go
Other place.
once a year, and it's like we actually like ask people because we know we have family everywhere, and it's like, is it safe to go this weekend? And they're like, yeah, go for it. We're like, all right, boom, go. And then sometimes we've had times where it's like, no, blah 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 is happening, and we just cancel all our plans and we just stay in Austin.
Yeah, I've lived in Mexico for like 5 years, and back in early 2000s. So, I mean, it wasn't as bad then as it is now.
As a girl, going to Mexico has always been kind of one of those like, well, there's always this, and this kind of risk to take.
Yeah.
And we took a cruise one time, and I think I was maybe a freshman or 8th grade. So we took a cruise and we went to Mexico. Both destinations were Mexico. Went to Progreso and Cozumel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this like big old Mexican dude came up to me and he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hi."
Dude, Mexicans will hit on anyone. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, well, keep in mind, I was probably.
They don't care if they're
I don't
underage.
know what year it was. I think it was like 2012. So I was 13.
Jesus Christ.
Scary.
There are 10 very simple rules.
Terrifying.
Break the water. Never go to a burro show. Stay in the car at all times. Don't leave your car. No matter what you do, stay in the car.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot to take my car on the cruise.
Doesn't matter. Stay in the car. Always order guacamole, but never eat it. That's 2 different rules. Sombreros, mandatory. All time. That's rule number 5. You must.
Gotta blend in.
Not true.
Watch out for Mexican eagles because they will fuck your day up in one way or another. They're coming for you.
They're coming for you.
Wear a condom at all times. No matter what you're doing, condom. Just to be safe.
on my big 9-foot dick, I will always wear a condom.
Tacos are greater than or equal to burritos. And the official greeting is murder. That's Mexico.
Yeah.
Most rules. First, we talk about safety.
I'm gonna add one to that rule.
Talk about safety is fucking thrown out the window with knife fights. Shit.
I'm gonna add to one of those rules. Do not ask, is there any water? Because water's expensive as hell over there.
The official drink from Mexico is cerveza.
Mm-hmm.
And
the official
or
drink from
Coke.
Mexico is the blood of their enemies. I don't know what you're talking about.
And now we're demonetized.
And hey, who gives a crap anymore, huh?
Back you, YouTube. I don't know why,
So,
but I did.
so do you guys going off the mafia thing or going off the drug cartel thing? Do you guys remember? There was a story going around. This comedian did a show where he talked about his experience in the Russian mafia.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. I love that one. I am the machine.
Yeah.
Dude,
Awesome.
what is the equivalent?
This is Russia.
I have really no idea what any of you are talking about.
So there was
Okay,
a guy.
I'm going to find that and send it to you, Chandler. This is
Yeah.
the best
Too long
comedian.
doesn't longer read. There's this comedian who went on a college trip to Russia, and he basically barely.
No, don't explain it. It'll ruin it.
Okay.
You need to watch it. I'll send it to you.
Too
Chandler.
long didn't read it. The Machine. Yeah. So just imagine.
Bert Kreischer is the guy's name. I'm probably not saying his name right, but yeah, if you just look up The Machine, Bert Kreischer, you'll definitely find it. It's a really
just look at The Machine, Chandler, on YouTube. It's great.
So
it's hilarious.
Imagine like being with that level of like experience, like that level, like of that level with the drug cartel and with the $1 million scenario.
That's how we got here.
You pop in with vodka and say, "I'm the Machine," and like, she's back.
And then go, "Por qué?" And they go,
I am El Camino.
I know how to say. I took 3 years of Spanish. I failed 1 year. Okay, I only know how to say. To this day, I know how to say one phrase, and that is "Cierra la puta boca punta." That means shut the fuck up, bitch.
I love it.
I don't think I would get very far.
I missed out in Spanish in high school. I took ASL.
I lived in Mexico for about 6 years.
I know how to say a lot of sentences in ASL. Do you guys want to see?
Yeah. I took 5 years of school.
Excuse me, I'd like to hear it.
I lived in Mexico for 6 years. And I still don't speak Spanish.
There we go.
My favorite Spanish phrase, and I use it as a goodbye, like see you later. It means nothing in any context. Hasta tus sueños. See you in your dreams. It means nothing, but I love telling
you. Hasta tus sueños?
That's like some Freddy Krueger level shit, right?
Hasta tus sueños?
Tell your dreams. It's either really romantic,
that's not correct.
Really creepy, or gibberish. And
the way you use astas isn't correct in sueños. It'd be te miro en tus sueños if you're saying see you in your dreams.
Tu madre es mi puta pendejo.
Cierra la puta boca.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, hey. I think we've gone on long enough for this episode, don't you?
Right.
Always go for 4 or 5 hours. Let's outdo the off-topic podcast.
Do it for 10 hours straight.
I just poured another shot.
I mean,
but I don't have any liquor.
Yeah, I don't either.
Imagination.
I'm underage.
So am I.
Coke now.
Hey, real quick, Megan and Carl were wondering if I can do an outro for the podcast.
Okay, let's do it.
Do it.
All right.
Shit on my dick.
Thank you for watching. Fuck, what's the name of the podcast? RT Fancast.